Okay guys, welcome back to Crypto Educator. So finally time has come to start paying attention to the price action itself, right? We are looking at potential bullish resolution coming in on Bitcoin that could be aligning with Ethereum's price action as well. And then we'll talk about a potential breakout that is already happening on the Graph token itself, guys. And then we have a good risk reward setup coming in on Theta itself, right? So this video is mostly going to be only charts, guys, and I'm going to be glazing through all of these TA hocus focus like in a pretty fast manner, I guess. At least I'll try to do that, right? Less of rambling, more of information for this video, right? But before we jump into only charts, guys, let's just talk about two things real quick right here. If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. It's all in here, guys. It's all in here. Nothing is wrong about the market. Nothing is wrong about your environment. Everything, if everything is wrong, it is in your mind. Everything is wrong up here, nowhere else, right? So next up, guys, we project our own experiences and understanding onto the market. Therefore, our equity curve tells us more about us than it tells about our trading system or the market, guys. Now let me ask you all one thing. Are you plotting your own equity curve in the market or not? This is supposed to be a part of trading discipline as a whole, guys. If you do not understand how your equity curve in the long term is working out, maybe you need to have a look at that, guys, because that is also going to tell you a lot of things, right? So it's more about yourself, guys. Everything comes into one single fact. It's all about the mindset. It's about you. It's not about XYZ crypto asset going to XYZ level or price point at any point in time, right? It's more or less about what you are, how you are, what your mindset is, and how you're playing this game of trading in the market as a whole. And if you're not plotting your equity curve, start doing that, guys. Exchanges like FTX are going to help you do that, right? They're going to be tracking your account balances over time, and you will have a good graphical representation of your equity as a whole, your trading equity as a whole, so that you can analyze yourself better in the market, guys. I do recommend FTX to everybody who's trying to trade these markets with a good edge, right? And if you talk about execution as well, I don't think that any exchange could be in comparison with FTX, because FTX is beyond everything, guys, right? Okay, so links to everything in the description if you want to check out. Yes, it's a referral link. You can sign up using that referral link. It's going to help both of us. And with that said, guys, I think it is time to jump into only charts real quick right here. Now, Bitcoin on the daily time frame is looking nice, to be honest with you, right? Now, we've had multiple attempts of this floor and like to break down this floor, but we're kind of holding on fine on these levels, guys. So in the coming days, there are either two possibilities that are going to play out. So the first possibility is potentially taking out all the stop losses which have been placed below this price point right here, guys, precisely, right? So once you take those stop losses, then we can try to go to the upside, right? Now that is a little contrarian perspective coming from this price action. Something like this could potentially play out. This is something which I'm trying to say to you guys right here, because Bitcoin likes to do this kind of shit, guys. Everybody knows that Bitcoin really likes doing all of this kind of shit in the market. So what could be the better side of things if you want to go for a bullish exposure in the market? As you can see, guys, this grind line has been working perfectly fine in the market, and the price has been suppressed alongside some key levels, right? So if we talk about our horizontal levels in the market, your price targets to the upside is certainly going to be at $52,000 at first. Next up, we'll obviously be looking at $58,000, and beyond that, look, guys, it's only going to be a run towards maybe $69,420 regions, right? I mean, that is the ultimate target that we are pointing out towards. Now, most likely if you're holding on to these levels for a couple of days or something like that, as your funding stays negative in the market, most likely the price action will start picking up, guys. So the better thing to do right here is going to be waiting patiently for Bitcoin to take out this level to the upside. Essentially, I'm going to be putting a lot of weight into $48,000 for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin takes out $48,000 on a daily trending basis, look, guys, the market is certainly going to have a lot of confidence in pushing the price action to the upside, because look, guys, you have spent a lot of time going sideways into this zone. So, well, we can say that the volatility is brewing up for crazy expansions in the market, and maybe if this grind resolves to the upside beyond $48,000 regions, the most of the market is going to look bullish, guys. The entire landscape is going to be looking bullish as a whole, right? Now that is something that we can confirm with Ethereum's price action as well. As you can see, guys, we kind of lost the 144 moving average right here. Fibonacci number, Fibonacci hocus focus, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But essentially what I can see right here is that there has been no follow through, guys, although we are still not that strengthful. Remember, this kind of price action is kind of like an exact replica of what was happening right here as well. We are kind of against a squeeze and a grind, and the ultimate resolution came to the downside after multiple attempts of closing candles above this entire resistance, which did not happen, right? Which simply did not happen, which is why if we just clear out this entire region to the upside on a closing basis, guys, on a confirmation basis, remember this entire price action was never a confirmation in the market, which is why the price kept on getting suppressed, and the ultimate resolution came to the downside with Bitcoin also looking bearish in the market. Remember, guys, Ethereum got rejected from $4,100 regions, and Bitcoin got rejected from $51,000 regions. Both of these price actions acted together, and bam, you went to the range lows as expected right here. Now the price action is simply bouncing from these levels, and I would be simply adamant about this level, guys. Adamant as in, like, I'm going to be really stubborn, and I'm going to be putting a lot of belief into this entire price point. Right now, Ethereum going below $3,600 and starting a new trend below this price point is certainly going to be devastating, and that is when we'll be extending our leg all the way towards at least these levels, guys. At least these levels, right? As you can see right here, this level has been of a great significance right here, guys. Oh, all right, let me just extend this entire price zone onto these levels as well. So you can see that the price action has been really holding onto these levels right here. So if we lose $3,600 to the downside, I'm going to be targeting these levels at 3,000, guys, the lower side of $3,000 level regions, right? But to be honest with you, it's January, guys, and historically the overall market landscape and the dynamics that essentially play out during the first month of the year itself are bullish, guys. If we are playing the probability game, if we are playing the statistical edge in the market as a whole, we can see that most of the Januaries have been bullish, right? So well, let's just hope that all the price action simply breaks out to the upside or not, but let's just hope it does, right? Let's just hope it does. So what Ethereum has to do onto these levels is essentially put a trend above this trend line, guys. I'm going to be waiting for Ethereum to put in a daily closure above $4,000 regions. That is supposed to be happening alongside Bitcoin taking out 48,000 regions to the upside, right? So if both the things are aligned perfectly fine, we can potentially expect good amount of fireworks coming for the rest of the month itself, guys. And look, hit that bell, subscribe, like. I've not asked you guys to do that for a very freaking long time, guys. It's been a very long time, right? So if you're not subscribed to the channel already, which I'm pretty much sure a lot of people are not doing that. I don't know why people are not subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, guys, but this content creation is certainly costing me a lot of time. So a give and take relationship would be highly appreciated. Hit that like, bell, subscribe, all the good things, and I will catch all of you. Alright, I'm not going anywhere, I guess, for this video. Alright, I will catch all of you after we talk about the risk to reward ratio on theta itself. But before that, let's conclude on Ethereum right here, guys. This wick high is also one of the key levels right here, guys. $3,900 regions, right? So most of the activities, most of the bullish activities could potentially start happening if we take out this rejection point at $1,300 regions for good. Now this is something that is going to be acting on the small time frame, so we can take a look at the 4-hour time frame and let's see if anything is happening on the price action. Once again, guys, pardon my internet, it's not that amazing, to be honest with you. So this is potentially 144 moving average, right? I do believe it's that. Yes, it's the 144 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. The price action has been reacting pretty much nicely with this moving average. This Fibonacci hocus pocus is kind of working out, right? Which is why I have this up my charts as of now. So the guys, check out this freaking RSI, man. What the hell kind of RSI is this? Completely directionless. I do not like the shape and size of this RSI, to be honest with you guys. This is completely non-trending RSI, to be honest with you. But essentially, if we interact with the upper side of this range at $3,900 regions, I would be looking forward to RSI crossing above 60 reads, guys. Remember, if we take out this level with RSI potentially situating above 60 reads, the breakout could potentially be real, and that is when we could be targeting our $4,100 to $4,200 regions on Ethereum itself, guys. This is something which should play out in the coming days. Although on the downside, if we take out this recent low that was set in at $37-40 regions, that is when we obliterate this key level once again and we try to test the liquidity, the downside liquidity zones at $3,600 once again, right? So a lot of things could potentially play out, and essentially we are kind of at a key inflection point right here, guys, which is why it is time to pay attention to the market, right? And well, now finally let's talk about the graph token, which is kind of doing something which Ethereum and Bitcoin really has to do in the market, guys. So this is breaking free. This is kind of breaking free. This is setting its foot above this entire squeeze, and it's potentially playing out this leg to the upside. Potentially, guys, remember, right? So how are you going to play this risk to reward? Remember, it's not a guaranteed, and this is certainly not going to be a financial advice, guys. Nothing coming from this channel is going to be a financial advice. This is for education purposes, mostly, right? Mostly. So 1:4 RNR right here, guys. So if you risk $1, you're making $4 in this single trade right here, and the invalidation is going to be below this exact price point. Essentially, I'm going to be a little generous with the stop loss, and I'm going to be placing the stop loss below 60 cents, right? Essentially 59.9999 cents. Well, essentially, guys, look, if I were to be playing this trade, I were to be waiting for a trend confirmation, right? So what can happen is that maybe the price can simply wick onto these levels but simply bounce once again. So I would be waiting for a confirmation move to the downside that is essentially a closure and a new opening below this price point to confirm this entire, well, a piece of price action to be a complete shit show to the downside, right? So on the other side of things, on the resolution side of things, it looks to me like if we resolve this squeeze to the upside, we're going to be targeting nothing but $1.2 regions, guys. So this is a good looking piece of price action that could potentially play out for about a 60% move to the upside, right? Although we do have to manage our risk, guys. Remember, this has to be on par with Bitcoin resolving some key levels. Essentially, look, things are going to be simply easy if Bitcoin is also bullish in the market, or at least if Ethereum is bullish in the market, guys. Now, these altcoins, they do want to be independent. I know, guys, look, every altcoin really wants to be independent, and all the altcoins want to have their own individual price action, which is completely non-dependent on Bitcoin and Ethereum as a whole. But it cannot happen, guys. It does not. It simply does not happen, right? It simply, well, Ethereum and Bitcoin are certainly going to be affecting most of the market conditions. So I don't have anything else to believe apart from that fact as a whole. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum are simply looking bullish in the market, graph tokens move to the upside could simply play out, and the 66% move could be bagged by you, right? So watch for Ethereum's and Bitcoin's dynamics in the market in terms of price action as well. If we are resolving above $48,000 on Bitcoin, the up move on graph token that is potentially going to play out is going to be a little easier as compared to Bitcoin kind of chopping around, right? If Bitcoin is choppy, I would expect the price action to be choppy right here as well, guys, simply put, right? So graph token potentially could play out a good looking move to the upside. Okay, up next we have THETA right here. THETA is looking nice, guys. We have proven out this, alright, this level has been proven out to be pretty nice. The $3.7 regions has been bouncing the price action again and again and again. As you can see right here, the macro picture is something else, guys. We are looking at a good squeeze, a good big squeeze that could potentially resolve in the coming, let's say, guys, it's potentially going to take some time, but with this potential trade to the upside, maybe we resolve this squeeze as well, maybe we resolve this entire macro pattern to the upside as well, right? And if we do that, we could be targeting these levels, guys, but that is not the part of the discussion right here, to be honest with you. Kind of far-fetched, to be honest with you, right here. If you're talking about something which is sitting on these levels, we're targeting $14 levels where Bitcoin is sideways. Yes, it's going to be a far-fetched opinion, to be honest with you. So what are we looking at right here, guys? THETA is kind of resolving a good looking price action. We are putting in higher lows, at least in the daily time frame itself. So the small time frames are also going to be looking nice. So as far as THETA is holding on to these grounds, most likely we're going to be testing the 350 simple moving average on the daily time frame itself, guys. That is going to be the target. That's going to be the ultimate target. And if we talk about this entire zone as a rounded figure, you can see that a lot of price action activities have been happening alongside this entire zone right here. But this is the ultimate target, guys. The target is not extending onto these levels. We're going to be playing out conservative moves in the market. So we're going to be talking about the immediate rejection point right here that took the price action from these levels all the way towards these levels in one single day. All right, in one single week, right? In one single week. So this is what we're going to be targeting, guys. Most likely the market is going to be pushing towards the area of exit liquidity, and that is where we test whether we do have resistance happening onto these levels, or do we have any sellers sitting here or not. If we clear this level to the upside, yep, further targets are up the cards at $8. And then, guys, look, it's a far-fetched opinion. Then we can keep on talking about $10, $12 down the line, right? But first and foremost, THETA is looking pretty much neat, and this is what we're going to be targeting in the coming days, or maybe a couple of, I don't know, guys, maybe a couple of 3-day candles itself, right? With that said, guys, I hoped at least this video to be 5 minutes long, but it looks to me like I extended my welcome. I simply extended my welcome for this video, and now we are dealing with 14 minutes worth of content. So if you have been following up with this video until this point, hats off to you, right? Hats off to you. And if you've not hit that like, do that. It's going to be helpful for me, right? I want to feel motivated, guys. I really want to feel motivated for YouTube as a whole. Okay, with that said, bye for now.